Yeah, hi, good morning. This is Sunil Kumar Yadav, working in the ML department as an assistant professor. So I'm going to discuss about design patterns. Introduction to design pattern means design object-oriented software is hard and designing reusable object-oriented software even hard. Means what is the saying here means while developing any software and designing, it is very hard inside. And again, what are the code we are writing? It should be even harder because while we are writing any code, it should be reusable for any software applications. So must find and patent the object means particular objects. Factor them into class set as a right guarantee. Right guarantee means what is the right guarantee means a guarantee number faulty objects are. So in that we have to define classes and interfaces and inheritance hierarchies to establish any relationship among them. Uh, Here, what is the design pattern is what's in that how to overcome these design patterns means we define the solution to a common problems. What is the common problems while the develop any design applications, whatever may be, any documents, what so we have a common problems we get on that. So after that common problem, we have to define common solutions, how to rectify those problems. And again, what is design pattern is not a compatible solution. But in this year, what are the design patterns we are developing? It is not a complete solution saying like that. So it is just like a template. It will give us an overview to solve a problem. So any what we are doing for that common problems, what are the solutions we are getting? It says overview to solve any problems. And it is also language independent. Means language independent, we can use any of the language like C, Java, Python, or C++, whatever have the languages. So we can use any one of the language. So we can develop the design pattern. These are the design patterns. What is design patterns in fact? So to overcome those problems, we are using these methods. So for those design patterns, what are the common problems? After developing the design pattern, what application, any one of this. So how we can overcome those problems for creating a class properly. So by developing any application or any document, anything, so we have to give a proper name for that application. So we can identify easily. When instance is an object. So in that application, we have to create an objects. So objects have number of classes in that way. Interaction between objects means in that application system, number of objects will be there. They interact among them itself. So from one object to another object we can move. Right loosely coupled code. What is loosely coupled code means? For developing any application, we have a number of methods like what a front end, back end. So we have to develop loosely means we have among for every problem. So we can develop loose one applications along with the after developing the applicable code. So we can club it and make an application and write a usable code. So we have to think while developing any application in our mind, so that application should be reusable for any other applications in the future. So in that way, we have to develop. Benefits of design pattern. What are the benefits will get after developing any pattern or any design, any software? So what is it? Code is basically must. So while developing any of the application, the what are the code we have to write, that should be a reusability. It should be not a single time reusable. So it can be used multiple times also. High maintenance means should be high maintenance means we can maintain for a long time. Should be not be a short term period of reduce cost while developing in that manner. We have to think the cost of the amount should be means minimum. It should be not make a maximum. So it should not affect for the others. So to purchase or whatever to maintain this application. Loosely coupled applications. These are the code what we have developed the code should be a loose means for a single application. So you have a single code. So after that, single code should be a clubs at one at place that becomes a applications. Design pattern has four essential elements. What are the four essential while developing any design pattern? We have the most important four essential elements. For that, what are the four essential elements are nothing but pattern name. What are the name we are giving for that application? Meaning, having one is how the problems will be overcome after developing the problems. Second is solutions. What are the solutions we are getting? Fourth is consequence means results. So we will discuss each one of them in this single manner. Pattern name means what is the handle used to describe the design problems? For handle use means it should be handle means we can use any one be used to describe the design problem. So we can handily use them. So what the application we are doing as per our specs, we can change it according to our usage also. Increasing vocabulary means increasing vocabulary means the application should be easily understandable. It should not be like in this understanding, you can easily identify the after what are the developing the application, we can understand easily means we have to be in such a way the words what we are using, what are the application is visible. So the language should be vocabulary. We can understand everyone. So unknown person can also understand. These design discussions while developing, while designing any of the application, we have to discuss among them the team members. The evaluation without implementation between. We have to, after developing any application, we have to implement before evaluating. We have to check whether it is working properly or not in detail ways. Problems. After developing what are the problems we are getting, means describe when to apply a pattern. We have to describe what are the patterns we have to apply for this pattern. So mainly include conditions for the pattern to be applicable. What are the conditions we are applying? What are the patterns to be applicable should be included in the pattern. So what is inflexible design or limitation? The design should be inflexible, means it should be not in a such a manner. So once we have developed, so we can increase after future times. We have limitations. We can increase our application in the future also. Should be not be endless solutions. Solutions in what are the problem written for the applications for design pattern, how we can get the solutions means describe the elements for the design. What are the elements are required for the designing application? We have to use the elements and include relationship, responsibilities, and collaboration. After developing any application, the relationship be among them and responsibilities and collaboration means after we have to collaborate among all those things. Does not conflict design or implementation. Conflict means similar type of does not conflict means we have to simulate full designs of implementations. A pattern is more of a template. Isn't pattern is nothing but a template. It is more of template. Consequences are nothing but results. After getting the pattern, what are the results we are getting here? So results are trade-off. Critical for design pattern evolution. So while developing any design pattern should be critical. It should not be like while any design pattern evolution should be critical. Often space and time trade-off. What are the it should not be taken time period. This should be a specific time, should not take more than that time for the execution. Language strength and limitations means there should be a language strength limitations. We can use a number of languages. Strength means language means any one of the language like C, C++, Java. Types of design patterns. There are three types of design patterns. In this three types of design pattern means nothing but creation design pattern, structural design pattern, and behavior pattern. And we are going to discuss as creation design. In creation design patterns means nothing else. While creating any design pattern, we have to make what are the requirements. It in creation we can create the patterns by using any one of these like this. Singleton means single object will be there. And one is factory method, abstract factory, builder pattern, prototype. These are all among comes under creation and design pattern. And last second one is the structural design pattern. In structural design pattern, in structural design pattern, we have 7 design patterns. What are the 7 design patterns are nothing? Adapter, bridge pattern, composite, decorator, facade, proxy, pivot. These are the structural view. In this structural design pattern, what we will do? We have to develop the diagrams. What are the structures are there? How to develop the application. We will discuss in this structural design patterns. Behavior design patterns and 11 patterns. Behavior means what are the behavior, how it is behaving, how it will forming the events. In this behavior design patterns are 11. Observer pattern, strategy pattern, state pattern, command pattern, chain of responsibility, template pattern, interpreter pattern, visitor pattern, mediator pattern, memento pattern. One of this in this image, one pattern is missing. That is called state. This what is called is that the visitor. So it is a I interpreter is this. Well, the last one is iterated pattern. Okay. But this is not his impact on what are the problems we have user so can discuss on this. Design pattern small talk MVC. So we are going to discuss design pattern in small talk of MVC. It is a small talk MVC nothing but it is a language. It is a language among them from many of language. Small talk is one type of language. So in this small talk MVC, how we are going to design the patterns by using small talk MVC. So in design pattern, there are 3 types of objects. How many types of people are using 3 types of objects? What are 3 types of objects are nothing? Model, view, control. What is the model? From the data we have uploaded in that controller, it will be sent to after sending it and sending to controller, it will manipulate and then it sent to model. After modeling, it will goes to view. Model in the model, what we have, the model will update the data what we have applied in our controller to the data what we have seen. The model will update and send to the users. The users will nothing but view. And the view in the view, user can see what type of data is present. So these are the 3 objects which we have used in the model view controller. So MVC design pattern describes that an application has data models. In the design, MVC design pattern describes what is it saying? It is an application. In this application has data models, presentation information, and controller information. Data model is nothing but model. Presentation information is view. What are the data we have presented? It will be present in the form of informations. Controller information means what are the data we have sent to the controller. It will inform as the controller informations. Each of them is separated. Every what are the objects in the sort of MVC, every object is separated into different objects. So just an art picture. It isn't just an art picture. What is in the view of how we are forming the data will send to the controller and controller will manipulate and then it goes to model. Model will what do? It will update and update after updating will be sent to the view. The view can once of the view is updated, the user can see. These are the psychology MDC module controller. So it is an architecture. What is saying? It is an architecture. It is not a complete application. So we are forming what type of data we are transferring along 3 objects. That is a application which show what happened in the application. What means what we have discussed. It will happen. It will happen inside the module controller. So What means what we had discussed is saying like that in this after in this it shows what happened in the application. What is it in the application? What is going on? What we have the data is sent to the controller. Controller will manipulate. After manipulating, it's sent to the model, and model will what do? It will update what the data we have sent it to the controller. The controller means manipulate means it will change what we have update or whatever thing it will be delete anything what we are doing. So once happening, it will send to model. Model will what do? It will update what are the data we have changed, what we have done in the controller. It will update it. Once updation is happened, it will send to the view. View means it is the data. View can be seen. Every user can see the data. Which type of data is present? It view in the view, user can't change anything. Only we can view in the data. We will see now this architecture of MVC. What is the architecture here? We have discussed in this previous slide. What is their controller model view? This is the and user will do what can the user can do. User can go to the controller. In the controller, we will send the data with the what we have to do in that data. We can change it or anything it may be by changing or any we can say directly or with this and which after that controller will manipulate. Manipulate can change it. After changing is happened from that manipulate, it will send to the model. Model will do what is the model after what are the data we have changed in that it goes to model. Model what is the model of here? We will updates. We will change what are the data we have changed in the control. It will come updated. Updated means it will fix once after the updation, the data will send to the view. View means what is the meaning of view? We have view we can see the data, which type of data is present in the view. So user can use that data. So here in that model, we will discuss what is model we have, what are the types of objects are present in these three models. Model means it has pure application data. It is an application data means application data. What type of data is required in the model? We will send. It is a not logic about data. It is not logical. It means logical data means what is yes logical data means it is not a programming language. So what we have to it will get raw data will send to the present how to present the applications to the users what presentation to the users. So it has pure application data means it is a pure application data. With any type of what type of application we are developing, that this type of data is there. In that no logic about that. There is no logic on data. So presentation of users. So we have type of presentation we are doing in that I can use. So, view. What is view here? It will present model data of user. What type of model is present in the view? What type of data is present in the view? That is the presentation of model. Now, after coming from the controller, it will goes to the model room. In the model, it will update. That is final of the updation. So that is the model of the data. It will it any type of model, it will be any form of the data. We can view in the view. It knows only has to access model details, does not know the purpose of data. In this view, we can access a model of data. We don't know which type of which purpose of the data is data. We can access the model data. We can means accessing we can see the data. It is which type of data is present. Does not know the purpose of data. We don't know for which purpose of data is there. So after that, controller will what is controller will act as a controller between the view and model. That controller is a mediator. It will act between the view and model. So controller can control the data and it will manipulate and send to the model. Model is not sent to the model, it is sent to the viewer. That is the behavior of the controller. It defines the way users input react to the users input. Means control will react which type of data we are using. It after reacting, it will send to the users input. Means models and goes to viewers. So we can react to the users input. That is controls. What type of data we are giving to the controller, it will react immediately and then it will manipulate and send to the model. After model, it will go to the viewed. Advantages means what are the drawbacks are there in the small talk of MVC? Which type of advantages we are getting, which type of disadvantages are there. So we can see here advantages means multiple developers can work simultaneously. What is in here? We can work number of persons in a same model. So we have the three models in that view, model, controller. If your user want to view the data, he can view the data. If user want to manipulate the data, he can manipulate. If user want to model data, you can work with model data. So this is a simultaneously working, multiple developers can work in this modeling controller. Can have multiple viewers. In multiple views means nothing but number of person can view data. So there is no access of the changes in the views model. What are disadvantages? So after getting in our modeling controller, what are the disadvantages of getting? So we know that one of the to use MVC, we must know the technologies. Here, what is saying? We have to know number of technologies means we have to know the number of techniques how to work with MVC. So these are the framework of complex. What is the complex? Nothing but complex, complicated means we have to develop in that manner. The framework means what are the application they are developing. It should not be complicated. It should be easy, understandable for the users. So, and because of that reasons, we know many techniques to work with. What is the saying here? Because of that, many reasons means many technologies to work with MVC. We have to know number of technologies, maybe Java, C, any type of technology maybe. So we have to know it, work with MVC. Use cases of every design pattern. We have number of design patterns in designs. So we among them, we are discussing of 5 design patterns. So composite design pattern, observer design pattern, strategy design pattern, factory method design pattern, and decorator design pattern. So in this decorator design pattern, so we will discuss each one of them in details. Composite design pattern. By using composite design pattern, instead use can be done with the help of composite design pattern. What we are saying here, we have in that view model controller. There are 3 model objects are there in the MVC. So we have to view the number of times in that view. So what are the technique of? By using only composite design pattern. With the help of composite design pattern, we can view number of times. The observer design pattern. What is the observer? By using the observer design pattern, decouple view from model. What is the decoupling means? What are the code we have done in the model? So we can change the decouple means we can change from one form to another. That is called decoupling. So what is decoupling means? We can go from view to model, model to view, any one of them. That is called decoupling. So we are moving from the view to model with one type of couple. After we have to decouple means we go to model to view. That is called design pattern decouples. So view from models. What is strategy design pattern? It will define the relationship between the view and control. Strategy nothing. What are the relations? We can define relationship among them between view and controller by using strategy design pattern. Factory method. It is one of the method. Factory method. It will specify default control. It will expect specifies default controller class by a factory method. Means default controller means what is controller? What are the access we have? It will control by itself. Default means the system by using default only, we can control itself only. Decorations. The last design pattern is decoration. It will use to add scrolling to the views. Means what are the scrolling means? Maybe we take one documents. So we have to move from top to bottom. How we can use in the system? By using scroll, by using mouse, by using mouse, we can scroll from top to bottom. That is in the decoration. Means the decoration nothing but what type of designs we can decorate in our applications. So we can use scroll bars, or anything techniques like we can. Thank you. This is the MVC of small talk. So thanks for my video. We will go once over through this design pattern in small talk MVC. So in this, we are main important thing here. Three models are there in small talk. Model, view, controller. This is the I'm going to be overall summary of the design pattern small talk of MVC. This is the architecture of MVC. In this MVC, we have three objects: controller, model, view. So any data will be sent to user want to send the data, it will be sent to controller. After the controller, it goes to model and view. We can see earlier view models means we can data will view advantage and disadvantage. In advantage means a developer can work multiple means number of developers can work in view. So disadvantage in this main technology we have to know number of techniques, technologies or techniques to work along with MVC. So use case of every design pattern. There are 5 design patterns. Among these, we will work with two. Every each one is work with according to these design patterns. Compose them. By using compose design pattern, we can view being by control. Number of views can be done with this compose method. Observed design pattern, we can decouple the data from view to model. Strategy means we can establish the relationship between the view and control. Factory method, we can give default control access to the factory method. And what is decoration? It will use to add scrolling to the views. We can add uh, decoration element. We can what are the things we want to add? We can decorate it properly as per your requirement. That is called decoration. So we are here using scrolling bars, what left right buttons, anything like this. We can use.